So when I hit the lock button 3 times, it should start right up. There it goes. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's been way too long since I've posted a video, but I'm back. It's just been so hot here in Texas. I haven't posted anything, trying to work in the garage, do any installs. It's just miserable. My phone would literally overheat, and I was putting it in the freezer to cool it down so I could come back and film for like 5 more minutes. Also, I want to thank everyone that has subscribed to the channel. I'm actually over 1,000 followers now. That means this channel is now monetized, so I'll be making a little bit of money for posting all these videos. And another thing, I actually have a sponsor for today's video, and you're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer to see who that is. So today we're gonna be installing a remote start system here in this 2012 Toyota Tundra. This kit here fits a 2010 to 2017. If that is not your maker, model, or year, click the link down in the description. It's gonna send you over to Amazon and you'll be able to find something that fits your vehicle. And this video is not sponsored by StartX. I paid for this with my own money. It was $200 on Amazon. Go check them out. They do make some really good remote start systems. So if you're not sure what to buy, StartX is definitely the way to go. All right, let's get this out of the box so we can get to the installation. In the box, we have 2 wire harnesses, our remote start module, some zip ties, and a hood pin. This we will not be using. Now that we have everything out of the box, we're going to move into the truck and start the installation. So the first thing we're going to do is remove our floor trim panels. We're going to remove this piece right here and this piece. You don't really need a trim tool for this part. You could just really get your fingers underneath there and it should pop right out. For this piece right here, there's a little plastic nut that's holding it in place right there, and this will just unscrew. So we're gonna unscrew this. There it is. And then we're gonna grab this trim panel and pull it right out. The next panel that we're gonna remove is this piece right here. So we have our trim tool. We're just gonna dig it in right there and pop this piece out, that easy. And then we're gonna move on to this trim piece. For this trim piece, there's 2 10mm bolts that's holding it in place. So we're gonna grab our socket and remove those. Those 10mm bolts are located right here and then over here on the other side, this one right there. So we'll get those 2 unscrewed and then we're gonna pop this panel off. And now this panel is just gonna pop right out. So now we got this panel removed and it is connected by a lot of wires, but don't worry about any of these connectors. We do not need to take any of these out. We're just gonna leave it here for now. So the next trim piece we need to remove is right here underneath the steering column. So to access that piece, we need to turn the truck on so we can turn the steering wheel and access the 2 Phillips screws that are behind this. Now we could pull away the trim piece on the bottom of the steering column. And to do that, you can see a little seam right here. So we're just gonna squeeze underneath it to pop it apart, and then we're gonna start pulling down. And it should just pull away that easy. Last Fit Bedliners are made with state-of-the-art 3D laser scanning to give it that perfect fit, ensuring the precision and protection for your truck bed. The raised edges and rib design align perfectly with the truck bed liner to keep dirt, water, and debris out, giving your truck full protection. Made from heavy-duty, wear-resistant, and recyclable TPE, this bed mat is built to last while providing a skid-proof surface. The bottom has an anti-slip surface, preventing the truck bed from slipping around. Out with the old and in with the new. Look how perfectly that fits all around the truck bed. Thank you, Last Fit, for sponsoring today's video. If you're interested in protecting your truck bed from mud, dirt, snow, and rain, go check out Last Fit Bedliners. The link will be in the description below. Oh, and I almost forgot, they gave me a 15% off promo code PNJ15. Use that code at checkout to save 15% off. Now, back to the installation. Now that we have all our trim pieces removed, we can go ahead and start installing our ignition harness. The connector that we're looking for is this one right here, this white connector here that's right behind our ignition. And sometimes you could just pop down on this tab and pull it out. If it's too tough, you might have to get a flathead screwdriver in there to help pull it out. There we go. We got our ignition harness here, so we're going to take the male end and then the female end that we just popped out of that connector. I'm going to put these two together. And then we're going to take this female end and pop it in to where that original connector was. Now we're going to take this connector and we're just going to push it back here for now out of the way. That's going to go to our StartX module. And right here we have our grounding wire. So we're going to go ahead and remove this 10mm bolt and we're going to ground this wire right here. Next, we're going to move on to our ECU T-harness, and there's so many connectors on here that it's really easy to get confused of what goes where. So I'm going to show you exactly where we're going to start. We're going to start with this computer module right here. Let's get that into focus. There we go. We're going to start on this right side. So what we want to do is we're going to remove this top connector. We're going to remove this top connector and this bottom connector, and that's going to plug into our ECU T-harness. All right, we got both of those removed. Let me show you what's going to plug into. We have our ECU harness here. This side right here with the black plug, that's going to go to our OBD. Right now, we are interested in these two sides. So the top one that we just pulled out, we'll start with this. And just like we did on the steering column, this end is going to plug into the vehicle, and then this end here is going to pull into the wire harness that we just disconnected. And we'll do the same thing with this smaller one here on that bottom clip that we pulled out. Now that we've made those connections, we're going to take all of our extra wire here and we're going to tuck it back in here, and then we're going to move on to our OBD. Now that we got the wires pushed back out of the way, I kind of hung this trim piece back up there so it's out of our way while we're working on the OBD. So right here underneath, we go underneath this white connector right here. This is the one that we're looking for. So you can see that it's tucked into this metal bracket, and what we want to do is we want to pop that white connector out of that metal bracket so that we can plug in this one right here, and then this white piece that's on the connector is going to go into this metal bracket. So we're going to swap this one for this one, and then this one is plugging into this one. So on that same harness we've been working on, we have this really long cable. So this is our TPMS harness. So this harness, we need to run it all the way behind the center console back over to where our glove box is. So the easiest way to do that is if you have a fish line or a coat hanger and push it all the way through under your glove box, all the way through, tape it up, and then pull it back. So we're going to start by moving over to our glove box, removing the plastic panel, and pushing our line through. So we've moved over to our glove box. So if we go underneath, you can see this plastic panel here, and you can see the little clips. If you just drive a flathead screwdriver in there, you can pop those plastic clips out, and that's where we're going to put our fish line through to grab our harness and pull it back over so we can plug it into the TPMS connector. So I got the panel removed. That was really difficult to film. I don't know how much of it I was able to record, but you can see the clips here. There it is. There's one of the clips. So I came up with the flathead screwdriver right here, and then I was able to push this clip back and pull the panel out. Now we're going to work on fishing this line through the other side. All right, so let's see if I can get this on video. So if you look at where the glove box is here, you can see the little logo for the airbag. So if you follow that all the way underneath, you'll be able to find the TPMS connector under there. So we're going to take our connector here, and then we're going to go up under there where our TPMS connector is, and we're going to plug it in the same way we did all the other ones. Now that the TPMS connector is installed, I'm going to take some zip ties, I'm going to secure that wire, and then I'm going to put this plastic panel back in place. Now we can install a remote start module, and you can see here that there is a black programming button. So we're going to hold our black programming button in while we plug in the module. You can see it going through a series of colors, and we want to stop it when it's on blue and red. right there. Now that the module is programmed, we have 3 more connections to make. We have this white connector here, and then our red connector here, and another white connector. Now that we've made our other connections, we're going to press our programming button twice. These lights are going to flash and then they're going to go off. Now we're going to turn the ignition on, and our red and blue lights that are flashing should change to just the blue light flashing. There we go. Installation is now complete, but before we start putting everything away, tucking wires away and putting panels back on, we're going to test it out and make sure everything works properly. So when I hit the lock button 3 times, it should start right up. There it goes. And then if I hit it 3 more times, it should turn it off. 1, 2, 3. Pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you are interested in installing a remote start in your vehicle, go down in the description, click the link, head over to Amazon, and go find one that will fit your vehicle. And a huge shout out to Last Fit Liners for sponsoring this video. Go check out their bed liners. They also make amazing floor mats. The link for Last Fit's website is also down in the description. And don't forget to use the code PNJ15, and that's going to save you 15% off their bed liners or floor mats. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, now
yep.
Pick that up and throw it in without struggling.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Okay. 50 pounds. Okay, so we're ready.
Go.
Oh my God, it ripped.
You're
too.
ripping it again.